Duck Dynasty is certainly living up to its name. Nearly a year after the popular series ended its production run, the generations of Robertson family members have branched out into new endeavors, including the latest. It's a book series that's fun for younger generations. Take a look.
Missy Robertson, wife of Jace Robertson, has learned to live life in the spotlight with the success of her family's blockbuster reality TV show, Duck Dynasty. Despite the increased publicity on her family and personal life, she has managed to become a strong voice for morality and virtue. Last month, Missy and daughter Mia launched an action-packed fiction series for preteen girls called Princess in Camo. The series, based on Mia and her cousins, strives to teach young girls how to overcome real-life struggles, love, acceptance, and faith.
Please welcome back to the 700 Club, Missy and Mia Robertson. It's good to have both of you here with us.
Thank you.
You know, your family for a while has stood for sound values in the middle of a culture that's changing in America. So where did the idea for these books come from, Missy?
Well, you know, having children on the show and being in the spotlight, we got asked a lot of family and parenting questions. And in order to kind of bring a reality to the reality world, we thought that these fiction books would be just a fun way to do that. Yes, it's fiction, but it's based on Mia and all of the cousins that are in the family and how they interacted together. And of course, some of the values that we've tried to teach them.
So is Allie, the main character, really you? Was this fun for you to be able to sit down and write these books with your mom?
It was really fun, but we did disagree on some things.
That's not shocking. Every mom and daughter has
She
that.
wanted me to have a cleft palate like I do in real life, but I didn't want to have that because I wanted to be something different since it's fiction, which is what I told her. I told her it's fiction. So instead, Allie has allergies.
Oh, that's good. And so not good that she has them, but good that you get to express yourself the way you want to. What's the hardest part about writing together like this?
It was definitely the disagreement, for sure, because even though we started this process when she was 12, that was starting middle school and all of that. She's 14 now, and she's very opinionated. So some of the things that I wanted to show as a parent for the values, I had to kind of sit back and rely on the child part of it, because that's what these are about and that's who these are for. So it was kind of a neat experience to realize that, yes, I want these values where the kids can learn these principles, but let's do all of the fun stuff too and make it really interesting. And I think that I'm so proud of them. I think they turned out way better than I ever really imagined that they would be.
Well, it's kind of fun, I would think, from your standpoint, Mia, because your family has so many different people in it, to be able to express it from your vantage point. One of the first books is about adoption. You have a cousin that's adopted, right? So what was the message you wanted to send in that book?
We just got a new cousin about 2 or 3 years ago. His name is Rowdy. And
I like that name.
And he was our first boy cousin around our age. And so we all had this club, which we kind of have in real life, but it's just in a different setting. It's called the Diva Duck Line, which is in the book. And it's supposed to be girly and stuff, but we want him to be a part of our lives, so we want him to be a part of it. So we try to accept him, but we have to make sure he's eligible to be a true Robertson.
Earns his way in, right?
A Caraway. So he has to do initiations to be a true Caraway.
That's awesome. Then you have another scenario in the second book, I believe it is, that's around a famous family, and the kid just wants to get away from all of the hassle. Did you ever feel that as your family was being videotaped? You can be honest.
Well, it's just, I never wanted to go on strike or anything, but I did sometimes want to go to school and not get up sometimes even earlier than I do for school, and then be there all day and into the night when it's cold or outside, or we just have to stand around and wait for the crew all day.
That videotaping is a long process.
It's a job.
You know what? There had to be a time for you, Missy, where you felt like that too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Can we be done now?
We all did. And you know, look, and that's the whole point of the book, is we have to realize that, you know, at first things may seem really exciting and what a wonderful opportunity. And then the day in and day out, you know, and even some of the dreading, like I have to get up and film all day long. there's not very many people that can say that, you know, and what an awesome experience and blessing. And that's the whole deal about running from reality, is learning to remember your blessings and your gifts from God and how God has chosen to use you in certain instances, and not forgetting that sometimes it may be humdrum or annoying, but just to remember.
Just tired and out of sorts, and you just don't feel like being today.
And it's, you know, when we think about, as our family, we all voted on it. Do we want to do this or not? The kids didn't have a vote. So we just brought them along and said, you're doing this. And so it's from really their perspective, this running from reality. They just wanted to get away. So how many books will there be?
There'll be 4.
Great. And you've got, so 2 are done and 2 more are in process?
They'll be out late summer.
Awesome. Can you tell us what they're about? Or no?
Sure. We have one that, the next one, the third one, is all about their puppies. There's a lot of dogs in our family.
Yes, there are.
So it's a lot about that. So even her dog made the front cover. So we're excited about little Hazel May on the front cover, and just about giving back and giving to charity and learning how to do that. And then also the 4th one is based around our little summer camp that we've had in our area for a long, long time, that all of our family have been a huge part of. And so the mystery and the haunted cabin that disappeared years ago. So it's called Finding Cabin 6.
Wow.
So it's real fun. Yeah.
So I'm just curious to know how you actually write together. Do you have an outline and then you talk through where it's going, or? Well,
the fun part was the powwow sessions, basically, is getting all the kids together, because really all of her cousins and Mia had inputs. Like, we just started from scratch. What are some of the fun things that we've done together as a family? And just hearing them just start talking and laughing and remember that time. And so it's really all of their ideas together.
Put together.
And then, and then we started writing it.
Well, as a family, you also started is it called the Mia Moo Foundation? Tell me about that, Mia. What's that for?
It's for kids that, since whenever I was younger, sometimes we struggled with making sure we had enough money to pay for this surgery and that surgery. And so we wanted to get donations from other people to help out with people with similar things like me when I was younger, so we can help, you know.
What a great idea. And so that's available, I guess, to families who find themselves in a situation.
Yes, they can go to miamoo.org and apply. You can go there to donate, but all of the money, 100%, goes to children who are in need of cleft lip and palate repair right here in the United States. There are so many great organizations that go overseas.
Yes.
This one is focused right here on struggling families. Insurance doesn't pay a whole lot for this, and you're left with a huge debt. But you still want the best care for your child, and so that's where we can come in.
It's a surprise when a baby is born, so people aren't prepared for it.
Very much so, yes.
Well, how fun that you are doing something again as the Robertsons that's so impactful in the lives of other people. Thank you for your work on this.
Thank you very
much. I want
to
just say, they're really Faith Girls books, and the first 2 are out. The Princess and Camo series is what it's being called, available wherever books are sold. The first 2 are Allie's Bayou Rescue and Running from Reality. They're in stores right now. You can find them. The next 2, as Missy mentioned, will be following in the summer. So great to start your kids reading them now and then add the other 2 later. The authors are Duck Dynasty's Missy and Mia Robertson, and we thank you both for being with us today. It's always great to have you here.